things that I want to leave with you. Just these three. I could do 10. I could do a whole life class. But just these three things will carry you if you let them. First and foremost, knowing who you are. Knowing who you are. Being able to answer this question, who am I and what do I want?
We often talk of the United Nations, but you are the United Nations. The charter is written in the name of we the peoples. That is you out there, not the bureaucrats in the building. You are the United Nations.
The United Nations has to reassess its role, redefine its profile, and reshape its structures. It should truly reflect the diversity of our universe and ensure equity among the nations in the exercise of power within the system of international relations in general and the Security Council in particular.
We cannot continue to put the interests of a few before the lives of many. How many roads we have to walk just to make it to the door, only to be told that the door is closed. Those are not my words. Those are the words of Rocky Dawuni, a famous reggae artist from Ghana.
That the first task of the United Nations is to allow the Congolese people to be ruled by a government of their own choice.
And I suggest that this conference should call upon the powers of the world to disarm. They must disarm in order to ensure that they are unable to strike against each other. And Mr. Chairman, from this conference, let us give them a positive maxim. If you want peace, stop preparing for war. Why peace, peace, and yet there is no peace?
Are citizens of Berlin, and therefore, as a free man, I take pride in the words, Ich bin ein Berliner.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Respect. Are you afraid of the idea? Do you believe that the democratic man ought to be afraid of any idea?
Dr. Castro,
I am a man of faith.
We must stand up for shared values and confront those advocating authoritarian governments. And the best way of doing so is by showing that democracy still delivers. It is the form of government that credibly safeguards human rights. It allows scrutiny of power, accountability, and peaceful transfer of power.
It does not require succumbing to a soulless capitalism that benefits only the few, but rather recognizes that economies are more successful when we close the gap between rich and poor, and growth is broadly based.
Och jag är demokratisk socialist, med stolthet och med glädje. Jag blev det när jag fick klart för mig att det var socialdemokratin som bröt marken för demokratin i Sverige. När jag fick klart för mig att det var socialdemokratin som lyft landet ur fattigdom och arbetslöshet med 30-talets krispolitik.
It is that fundamental belief, I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, that makes this country work.
Michael Jackson is the biggest selling artist of all times. And Thriller remains the largest selling album all over the world. For his outstanding musical contributions in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, the American Music Awards presents Michael Jackson with this year's Artist of the Century Award.
First, I'd like to say, Chris Tucker, you are the funniest man in the world.
Get your highlight reels rolling. Number 23's in the house.
Seems to want to get involved. I do not believe it. He's thrown the chances away now. That's it. 2-0. Roger Miller, and that is all. And Miller comes on the end of it. Can he get two? Roger Miller! It's his day, all right.
Triggers in. James, 2 seconds, 1 second for the win.
Slide to shoot. McGee pokes it away. James up and under, throws it off the backboard. Oh, what a perfect pass to himself. Turns it over. James keeps his dribble somehow. Irving back to James. Oh, he throws it down.
Let's just put that into perspective in the Olympics.
But so too is Sjöström. It is Sjöström who takes it out from Krumowicz. And the winning time here, no record, but it's a gold medal, 23:69.
Korea. I make that about 2 minutes, 23 seconds. And what a final punch that was.
Wilfredo Gomez, Dave! Taking the 8 count. First knockdown of the fight. Azuma Nelson. It's and again. Wilfredo Gomez is out. That is the end of the fight. I took up the world.
I told you, all of my critics, that I was the greatest of all time.
When you were a kid, you always bet certain fellas, I'm gonna be champion one day, and when I'm champion, I'm gonna come back and show you I'm wrong. Another said, guys, I'm gonna be a great doctor one day, and I'm gonna be a dentist, I'm gonna be a great scientist, I'm gonna be a president of the country. But very few people actually are able to make good of the boast and come home and say, I told you.
not domination. National independence, not individual glory. That is, you can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your country only when you win.